Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, okay. Hang on. Let's... There we go. Muting that. Thank you. Wonderful. As it should be. Alright. Let's try that one again. Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you tuning in from Europe, it's extremely late. Why the hell are you awake, you crazy people? Oh, wonderful. Champion enemy almost immediately. Alright. What am I up to, you might ask? Well, doing a little bit of Torchlight 2 once again. This is my dual-wield engineer build, which might sound like madness, but actually it isn't. There are ways and means of making it work. That is exactly why. Do let me know if the sound levels are off, by the way. I don't think they should be. I might have to crank the mic a bit. There we go. Let's put 2 more notches on the microphone. That should be a little bit better. Just seems like the in-game sound might be a bit louder than it should be, which is weird because I haven't screwed with the settings, but never mind. So do let me know in the chat. That's a big-ass long mine dungeon, isn't it? I don't like that one. I'm going to have to go do it, though. Gameplay looks smooth from this end. I'm watching the stream right now. It looks fine. I would recommend reloading your stream if you're having issues with choppiness. Yeah, frame rate seems to be okay. Not amazing, but... It's, you know, it's sticking around 30, which is what we're looking for. 60 would be wonderful, but sadly outside of our reach by the looks of it. Game music's a bit loud, you say? Okay. Seriously? I think that there's not a lot I can really do about that. Maybe I can... Hang on a sec. I'll just knock a notch off the... There we go. Sorted. What's Jesse playing at the moment, anyway? I'm actually genuinely curious. It's like twitch.tv/Shabuzi, isn't it? What's he up to? Is he playing good games or bad games? Oh, it's probably Guild Wars again. Yeah, it's Guild Wars again, who cares? Okay. Back to the game. Yeah, so dual-wield engineer. Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Well, it's made possible in a number of different ways, so check this thing out. This is Juniper Zill, which is crazy, because it has a 20% chance to cast Eviscerate. Eviscerate, if you don't already know, is a Berserker skill, which is... That's the first example I've ever seen of a weapon that will cast another class's ability. It does it for free. And, of course, since it's quite a fast weapon, you get it quite often, which means that you get a ridiculous amount of area of effect damage that you otherwise would not get in a dual-wield build. Now, what I do with this is I need protection, obviously. So what I did with my skills is... Get back there we go. So I looked at Flamehammer, because Flamehammer works as long as you have an axe, a sword, or a mace in at least one hand. So this is not designed for dual claws. That's very much something you want to do with a Berserker. What I've got in this case is one claw and one axe. And I could use a sword, hammer, polearm, but obviously you're not going to get a one-handed polearm. That would work pretty well. So Flamehammer's really, really nice DPS skill. And I also picked up Spider Mines, also great. Range damage. Healing bot pretty much required for this to actually work. And at tier 1 it gives you regeneration of mana as well, which is stupidly useful. And I also picked up Force Field, which is really required because this build, you don't get the range and the big AoE damage that you would get from a two-hander, and you don't get the protection you would get from a sword and board. So you need other kinds of protection. Force Field is a great way of getting it. I also popped in Charge Reconstitution and a couple of other things. So with once I use Charge for my skill, I regain some health, so that makes me a bit tankier. And the linchpin of this build is Supercharge. Now, Supercharge, of course, has a small percentage chance. This works way, way, way better with a dual-wield build with fast weapons, because you're hitting much, much faster, much, much harder. So, Supercharge procs much, much more, and as a result, you become an absolute goddamn monster. So, combining Charge, Reconstitution, you could probably throw Aegis of Fate in there as well, but obviously I just want to focus on maybe 4 primary skills and two passives at this stage. I would say that this build is totally viable. Of course, having Juniper Zill is a big deal, and it's not something that you will necessarily have as part of this build, but that doesn't mean that the build is not viable if you do not have Juniper Zill. It's just much more viable if you happen to have Juniper Zill. Now, I would hope that there are other one-handed weapons that also act in a fairly similar fashion, because if they do, then, well, yeah. It's an interesting build to have. And you might say, well, why don't you just play a Berserker? I was like, I like the idea of being able to do crazy stuff with builds, and honestly, Torchlight 2 really lets you do that, which is pretty fantastic. And as you can see, you know, me with Supercharge on and my Force Field, I just become a death machine that is far more durable than you would expect, and also has a lot more flexibility. You know, I can still do good stuff. I actually am still a good tank and a good support character. I've got Healing Bot, which is incredibly useful. I will have Gun Turret, which will mean I've got an awful lot more ranged attack than I otherwise would have. So you can be really flexible with a build like this, and especially if you put in some knockback resistance, if you either grab some via your gear or you grab some via sockets, then you will be in a situation where you can do all sorts of cool stuff. So I like it. I definitely like it a lot. It's a cool little build, and I'll probably be pursuing that going forward. I could adapt it. You could still have Sword and Board, or you could still have a two-hander with this, although Supercharge would be less useful because it wouldn't proc anywhere near as often. But it's still fine. You know, it's quite flexible. If I end up finding weapons that are just stupidly better than what I've got right now, and I have to switch my weapons around, then it'll still work. It'll be fine. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the build so far, though, and I'm happy with the gear that I've currently got. Although I do need to try and get some higher level stuff, because I can't socket the level 2 gems into it. I can't. I've got some really good ones, like minus 29 armor per hit, which is ridiculous. Really, really good for destroying boss monsters and champions, but yeah, I don't have anything I can socket it into right now because my weapons aren't high enough level. They're both level 12 uniques, so that does limit me somewhat. Oh, and also, I have to constantly remember to bring back my heal bot, because heal bots disappear when you zone. Which is a little annoying, but apparently it's a necessity, because there's no other way to actually despawn the heal bot. I really don't like this dungeon. It drags on a little bit too long, and it's mostly goblins, who are not a particularly interesting foe. But they can hurt you badly. Thankfully, not quite badly enough, it would seem. I should also pop my Elemental Protection spell. I still haven't got a good spell to teach to my... At least I don't think I have. What's my spell count looking like? Yeah, I don't have a good spell of any description to teach to my pet, which is probably not helping at all. My pet's actually crap in comparison. Although yeah, actually, there's something really cool I picked up. There is a unique tag, the Epic Stud. Which 34 ice damage reflection, minus 7 armor all hit, and plus 44 physical damage. Yeah, so my pet does hit pretty hard, but he is lacking the kind of utility that my Outlander's pet has, because he's got Fireball and can do other crazy stuff. So, he's not bad, he's just not as good as my other guy. Oh, it's a Mimic, excellent. That's probably full of useful things. There we go. Studded Glove. Probably not going to replace the Broadanian Braces, honestly. I mean, they're not actually as good as they look. It's just like plus 6% to all damage is pretty cool, because that scales quite effectively. Plus 5% potion effectiveness is okay, but still, they're not as good as I would like. I may end up replacing them. I probably will not replace them with that green, though. I've still got formal region gloves here as well, actually. I could wear these. Plus 15 dex, which is... It's not bad. I mean, I haven't really been focusing on dex as a stat at all, as you can see. It would increase my critical chance and my dodge chance, which might be helpful to keep me alive. But... Okay, things are about to get unpleasant. we go. Shields back up, and I start to regenerate as a result of that. That charge passive is ridiculously good. You get great health regeneration every time you do that. And as you can see, I just become tanky. I've got my bot in the background. When I need to, I can pop my force field, and I've usually built a good charge in the process. And that happens. And everything gets destroyed. Ooh, enchant items with luck. Luck. Don't like the sound of that, but let's give it a try. Let's enchant Juniper Zill.
You are fortunate.
Ah, plus 2% magic find. Okay. Enchant this one.
Fortune favors you.
Plus 5% increase in gold. Hey, hey. Let's just throw this on everything we've got, because it'll probably pay itself back over time. I don't think of which of these items are actually good. It's going to be difficult to replace that.
Fortune favors you.
Sweet. Magic find, magic find, magic find. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's Diablo 3 all over again. This is great. There we
You
go.
are fortunate.
Magic find. Let's toss something on there.
Smiles on you.
Nice. Things are looking good from that perspective. I could put another enchant on, but nah. It would cost me too much. How much cash have I actually got? No, I'm still got 14k. It's not too bad, I suppose. Put it on the boots. More magic find. Put it on the rings. Magic find. Well, hang on. That's fumble chance. Never mind. Magic find. Gold find. I'm hoping this will pay itself back over time. It seems like it might. Ooh, 9% of the gold. Very nice. Magic find. And other things.
Fortune smiles upon you.
Yes, yes. There we go. I've put either magic find, gold find, or fumble chance stuff on every piece of my gear. Very nice. My stats should be quite cool. Where are my arcane statistics? Fumble chance is lessened. That's good. Does it actually tell you your magic find as well? Good God, that's a lot of everything. Yep, gold. Plus 24% of my gold drop bonus, plus 13% magic find. Yes, not bad at this level. I just love the fact that he's just wandering in that direction. Yeah, he really is lucky, is he not? Not getting murdered by the goblins. Don't get out of my way. Why on earth would you stand there? Have some minds. So, those who don't know, Magic Find means that you have a bigger chance of getting good items. So, that's really how it works. It's very similar to other games of the genre. Magic Find should mean that I get more rares, more uniques, things like that. So, plus 13% is fairly significant, at least at this level. You know, this is quite low level. So, Healbot pulse, please. Yeah, anytime now, Healbot. Healbot! Healbot! Thank you. And now things melt. Oh god, I love Supercharge. Supercharge is hilarious. Let's get the force field up. Yeah, it's nice that you can find certain skills and passives which will replace the fact that you do not have a shield. Although you still need to use potions and not die every now and again. I'm loving the veteran difficulty in this game. It's so well balanced. It feels perfect. It's exactly the kind of difficulty that I want. You can die if you're not careful. It's reasonably challenging for the most part. But it never feels cheap. Well, that was one way of doing it. I'll have what's in the chest. The balls is a Palmer. Oh, that's a shield. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. It's not as good as the final Arbiter yet. If I had enough gems in it, it probably would be, but I'm not gonna... Actually, no. I could gem the hell out of that. If I put plus 16 physical damage on that. That's not quite fast enough. No, I don't like it. I still have this. This is gonna go on my Berserker when I get the chance to play one. Don't need that. That sucks. This is okay, but... It's hard to justify replacing all that great stuff. If I can get 3 pieces of Formal Regent, I'll probably wear it, because that gives you 20% lifesteal, which is absurdly good. The funny thing is that Formal Regent and Mighty Regent are not actually part of the same set. This is not a set at all, which is silly. So I'll keep a hold of those and see if I find a 3rd piece of the set. And if I do, then it might very well be worth doing. Incidentally, this game does have a demo, so they gave you a demo from day one. Aren't they great? Well, they are. Runic are actually fantastic, and they get it. They genuinely get it. I would not hesitate in recommending that you at least try the demo. I have a feeling when I eventually get around to doing a proper video on this, where I just talk about absolutely everything, there'll probably be a lot of hate. It's like, oh, it's still like Diablo. And it's like, well, yeah, it is, but that's fine, because these guys made Diablo in the first place, so. Runic consists of a lot of talent from Blizzard North. Former Blizzard North guys. They know their shit. And it shows. It's so responsive as well. It helps that you can play a genuine single player in this, so there is no latency, so the whole combat just feels more responsive than Diablo 3 ever did as a result. It's a shame, because if Diablo 3 had 0 latency, it would probably feel as responsive as this, but it doesn't, because they didn't build it that way. Unfortunate, but this is the way of it. Oh, that skill is so good. I definitely can't understand getting rid of the Flame Hammer. It's too great. Unless you want to go sword and board build with this guy from the very start. There's actually a criticism I do have. It's that there isn't a good skill in the construction tree initially for right-click damage. Which means that if you want to get rid of Flame Smash, or whatever the name of this bloody thing is, you really only have this and the Shield Bash option. If you want to go with construction, then you're going to have a heal bot and no secondary attack, which for a lot of people is going to be a really big kick in the teeth, because auto-attacking is, even with all these really cool passives, not quite as interesting. Have some of that. There we go. Slowed by this stupid guy. There we go. Even with elemental protection. Game rocks in multiplayer. It's up to 6 players. It's great. I play co-op with Jen, and it's fun. Some of the boss fights are actually really challenging as well. There was one that was clearly inspired by the Bell Gargoyle from Dark Souls. It has the same mechanics. It's great fun. Really, really good boss fight. Boss fights actually, certainly the early ones are way better than the early ones in Diablo 3. The ones that I played in Diablo 3 was just like, wow, this is World of Warcraft boss fight, isn't it? Yep, pretty much. It's not what I wanted. No, not at all. No shield for you. It's funny because I got Borderlands 2 and I was like, oh god, I'm going to be torn between these two, and I'm finding myself thinking, actually no, I'm not torn between them. This is just more fun to me. Borderlands is still good, but this is better. Even though it's not really an apt comparison. I think it's just, I prefer a game with more active skills. Borderlands doesn't have any. Borderlands is all about the guns, which is fine. And you still get a lot of interesting loot, but here you've got interesting loot and really good combat. They're both good games, but for some reason this one just feels better. I think it's maybe because there hasn't been a truly good game in this genre for a very long time. Unless, of course, count Diablo 3, which I don't. This feels like the first truly great successor to Diablo 2 that's come out in forever. It feels better than Titan Quest. It feels... I don't know if it feels better than Path of Exile. It's a different game. I think I think I prefer it to Path of Exile, certainly, but I can definitely see why people would like that game, because that game's also great. It's fine. Relax. There we go. Get back here. Have some spider mines. Let's make Healing bot still up? Yes, it is. Good. Yeah, I say, I think I'll be playing this for longer than I will Borderlands. I'll probably play both, but it's a good time to be an action RPG and loot whore, I tell you that for a fact. If you like those kind of games, then you're in for a treat. Both of them are great. Ding! Alright, what do we got? This is good. Probably increase my strength. Just keep working on that. And skills. Which one to get? Next unlock for Flamehammers, level 19. Don't need that. Could get more Supercharge. Level 19 for Healing Bot as well. Could get more Spider Mines. Probably more into Force Field. Wouldn't be terrible. But I would want more Supercharge. More chances, the better. Yeah, more than Supercharge. Even the passives in this game are interesting. Supercharge is incredibly entertaining. Shadowling ammo, for instance, which I use on my Outlander, the one where it spawns exploding bats. Yeah, that's really good. And of course there's a corpse explode for that as well, so... this is an unmapped area. That usually means there's secrets around. I'm keeping an eye out for them. Hoping that that is the case. And finding that by the looks of it, it isn't. What a bloody thing, really? That's quite surprising. Oh, hang on. I can go up here. Yes, yes. There's a chest up there. Let's get up to it and hopefully not get eaten. Tribal bow. Can use it, wouldn't want to. Oh, wow. That's actually an augmented weapon. 15% chance of 60% blindness for 4 seconds. That's ridiculously good. And it's an augmented weapon, which means it gets even better. So, yeah, that's nice. Not as good as the bow. I've got my Outlander, though. Someone just told me a very useful functionality. If you press space, it opens up both side panels at once. I did not know that. Thank you for the info. That is handy. Time to get some elemental protection up before I get frozen to death. There you go, have some of that. Ah, that eviscerate is hilarious. I really hope I find another weapon like this. Okay, that's 2 charges of force field. That should give me a good amount of damage reduction. There we go. Yeah, as I say, this build works pretty well. Like, the build synergizes really nicely. Popping in force field along with that charge recovery ability means that I can build up a charge for my force field, pop that, and then once I'm on low health, I get health back, and I get a ton of protection for like the next 30 seconds. So I get right back up to full health without having to sink potions, and as a result, my potion count is significantly higher than it is on my Outlander, which takes way more damage than this guy. Doesn't work all the time. You gotta be a little bit careful. Mostly because there's a cast time on force field, which means you can die in the process of casting it. Not ideal. There you go. Have some of that. Probably one of the best $20 games I've ever played, honestly. Hard to argue with 20 bucks for this game. I think at this rate, this is definitely going to be on my top 10 games of 2012. I don't think there's any real doubt about that. I can already imagine how that video is going to go. It'll be full of whining. I remember every time I do a top 10 games, I always get like 500,000 views, so it's, you know, it's good cash in the bank. But there's always so many butthurt people. It's like, how dare you not put this game in? It's like, it's my list, not yours, you jackass. Make your own. What the hell's wrong with you? Oh my god, I don't like the same games you like. People that just have their priorities in the wrong order, and a lot of them are just super socially awkward. And they don't really realize that outbursts like that would just get them shunned in real life. But they do it on the internet, because they don't know any better. King Pog. Oh, God. King Pog is unpleasant and doesn't like me very much. Here, have a war snout. There you go. Can I tank King Pog? I can try. He's being a bit of a derp at the minute, actually, for whatever reason. Not really sure why that is. Alright, I'll take what I can get. Ooh, okay. I want to get level 3 charge. Ooh, there we go. Okay, that should heal me back up we get. Should take a good few hits, I would think. Have my elemental protection. Oh, it's down. Okay. Ooh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Come on, King Pog. I'm just waiting till he dies so that I can crack my best joke of all time. Oh, that damage is so sick. There we go. He just went right through my force field. Yeah. You know how many fucks he's giving right now? Minimal. Minimal fucks. Thankfully, this construction build has a little bit of flexibility. So I can kite him around and throw spider mines and actually do some range damage and avoid the majority of his AoE. Pet's hurt, okay. Oh! Alright. That pet's fucked off, and he is a wise one. Still have my healing bot. Oh, Christ. Have some spider mines. Can we at least get rid of that bloody demolitionist over there? Yeah, that'll be nice. There we go. That should make things a little easier. Force field up, which will maybe take one hit, if that. Uh-oh. Avoided most of that, and my elemental resistance spell is helping a great deal. I'll have him eventually. There he goes. Ooh, I don't think I've had that drop before. I guess King Pog got slammered. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I hate my life. 5% attack speed? It's not bad. Not bad. I'll wait till I get my next legendary or unique or whatever. I would say that that's actually better. Yeah. I think we can finally dump that one. Does that have a socket on it? No. Oh well. Yeah, I'll take 77 health and 1 less dex. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a pretty good fight. Not one of the better ones. Like, the one at the end of this chapter is just incredible. Really, really, really good fight. Well, I got the latchkey amber, which is good, which means I can actually go into the final dungeon. Although I am missing one of the major... I don't think I've got the crests yet. I actually haven't found those at all, but... I tell you, bosses might be tough, but large mobs of exploding goblins are equally vicious. Wow, I got double proc of Eviscerate there, very nice. I had to increase my attack speed for yet more stupid procs. That reminds me of the old school days of WoW when procs were actually a big deal on weapons. Ooh, it's a hidden area. Chest, anything good? Ooh, Regent helmet. Is it... Oh, let me guess, it's not formal Regent. God damn it. Why couldn't it be formal Regent? I think that's still better than what I got, though. Let's have a look at it. 13 strength, 4 physical armor versus 6% cast speed, 4 focus, 3 mana. Yeah, that's better. I don't have the dex to wear it, though, so... My dex is next to nothing, so... Oh, well, disappoint. Let's go back to the surface. I've got the 2 embers I need to get back into that. I think loading times could maybe be a bit better. And I'm on an SSD, I would expect it to load a little faster, but I guess they've got such a massive amount of randomization and nonsense they have to deal with that disk access is going to happen one way or the other. Alright, so the hand-ins over there. I haven't found the quest giver at all, though, for the 4 seals, which is, the crest is a really, really easy quest. Just go get the 4 crests. Bring them to us. Get tons of experience and loot. Hard to argue with that, really. I should could just waypoint portal back to the start. Let's do that. It's just easier this way. I guess it's probably in this area, because that's one area of the map I haven't explored yet. They do randomize the overworld quite a lot, so it is to be expected that you wouldn't find the same things. Our cultists, going to be seeing a lot of them soon. I do like the map, and the fact that you can do a lot with it. There we go, that's the Watchwheel Temple, which is where the horrible things will occur, but where is the quest giver for that? I'm going to head over to this area, because I think this is the area where I'll probably find the quest givers for the crests. By the way, whoever's making up information in the chat, like, isn't it this much per video? You don't know what you're talking about. Trust me. CPMs are not made public, and even when they are, they vary from person to person, country to country, day to day. There is no set amount. And it's definitely not as high as you just said. Not even close. It does kind of get tiring to see people speculate about things they don't understand. I understand that it's very much a curiosity thing, but there's a reason why that information isn't made public. Nice, excellent. More fame means more skills. Back and low on supercharge. Yeah, that might not be a terrible idea. This one isn't bad either. Doesn't really... It scales a bit with level, but not quite as much as you might want. I don't think what else would be nice. Acres of Fate would be pretty good. I'd love to add the immobilization copter as well. That would be a nice drone. Yeah, let's get level 21. I'll be working on gun bots. Probably won't... do I get shock grenade? Probably not. Oh, we certainly won't get Fusillade either, because that's cannon. But yeah, I'll probably have Sledge Bot as one of my main skills. Speaking of bots, actually, I haven't even found a single part for the robot yet, which is actually a quest you can find here. What the hell is going on here? I wonder if this is the guy. Could be. Or it could be a quest I've never seen before. That's also a possibility. Yeah, these are the guys. Sup? These all suck. Okay, whatever, lets me sell stuff. It's okay. Yeah, none of these are really all that useful. I have a cannon as a secondary, but I just barely ever use it. Alright, yeah, these are where this is the whole nonsense with the other thing. So as you can see, there's the 4 locations on the map. They're just inside. I've pretty much cleared this area anyway, so they're just inside these caged areas. Open them up and everything's good. Except for that one, because that's actually something different. Should really take the portal back. It's probably faster. There's one all the way up in the corner. Yeah, I'll waypoint back into the corner there, and then I can grab the crests as I go around the level. You can have multiple bots out at once here, so at least as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen anything to contradict that. I'm pretty sure you can just have a little army of robots. Which is a wonderful thing. Alright. First quest is up here. Probably not guarded. What is with games and having so many snow levels? Well, there's only so many levels you can have. It's like, what other terrain types are there? There's fields, desert, urban, I guess. that's about it. Mountains, I guess, but then again, of course, mountains also have snow, so there really aren't all that many terrain types. So you're gonna find that happens. Some guy saying, I'm gonna start clicking every ad I see. Don't. That is dumb. That's basically click fraud, and that's what gets people into trouble. Don't do it. It's stupid. The way that CPMs are calculated for people takes all of this stuff into account. Don't click ads. And if anyone tells you to click ads for them, they're an idiot and will probably get their Google account closed. It's fucking dumb. Do not do that. Only click the ads you are actually interested in. The statistics are there and the CPM system is there to allow for that kind of leeway. All of this is calculated. You go fucking with the system and then the system stops working. And that's bad for everybody. You get an awful lot of sites end up shutting down as a result of that. Yes. Yes, yes. There we go. Oh, these are an absolute nightmare. Take them from a distance and try and avoid most of the AoE. That AoE hurts a lot. I'm disappointed at the lack of fishing holes. I don't have anything cool for my pet.
You have completed the quest.
Trying to keep an eye out for fishing holes, not finding them. There's like maybe 2 on this entire map. There's of course the one back in the village, but it's not quite as cool. Can't get the really good stuff from that. FTL is the next bandwagon. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not remotely surprised. At least it's a good game this time, rather than the shit that most of those partners put out. Use ad blockers and pay for subscription. Yeah. Well, here's the problem with that logic, is that the problem... Right, here's how it works. If you are partnered with someone like the Game Station, or of course with YouTube, then you are paying them money as well. Like, all of the ad money does not go to me from YouTube. It goes to the Game Station, a significant chunk of it, and that's the case with every partnership. And it also goes to YouTube itself. Now, the more money you make and the more ads that you're able to serve, the more beneficial it is for your channel, because you get access to better advertising, you get access to the premium stuff, and you get prioritized for good campaigns and things like that. Now, if you don't, and if you have a really bad fill rate, then you tend to slide down and your overall income tanks completely. Now, subscriptions are not really a good replacement for that, because they don't give numbers to the people that actually matter, and your fill rate and the amount of ads you are able to serve are vitally important to both YouTube and the people you're partnered with. So, as cool as it might seem, and, you know, I don't mind getting, you know, a subscription rather than ads, that's fine. That's okay by me. It doesn't mean that it's okay for YouTube or Google or anything else. And just bear in mind that if Google continues to lose money on YouTube, the chances are that either very unfair things will end up happening with YouTube, or YouTube will just cease to be, and that would be horrible for everybody. So I ask you to be careful. I don't feel that advertising on YouTube is particularly annoying. I don't have an ad blocker on. I watch ads on my own videos, for God's sake. You know, it monetizes for everyone, myself included. I don't find them annoying. They're very, very reasonable. I tell you, I was in the doctor's office a couple of days ago because I was getting my physical for my green card. It's another part of the process. And I was waiting in the waiting room, filling in forms, things like that, and they had TV on. And it was one of these... It was just one of these daytime television shows aimed at stay-at-home mums. I think it was Katie. It was Katie Couric's chat show. And it had ads every 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's just ad after ad after ad after ad. And then I compared it to what YouTube is. It's like, wow, YouTube is the fairest thing in the goddamn world in comparison to this bullshit. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that people actually tolerate that. And then, you know, I can't believe people also have the audacity to complain about advertising on YouTube when you get a 15 to 30 second ad and then like a 50-minute piece of content sometimes. It's absurdly good value. And it's really not irritating at all. Huh, interesting. What is this? The Whispering Cave. I've never been in this dungeon before. Alright, cool. Yeah, so as I say, I think it's fair. And when you get longer ads, you can always press the skip button anyway. And we don't get as much money for that, but I would never ask anyone to watch like a 2 or 3 minute ad for me. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. What do I got? Another one could force field, probably wouldn't go amiss. I could supercharge again, I guess. Yeah, let's supercharge again. Because it's fun. I just wish the passives had additional passives. I know it's kind of yo dog, but I put passives in your passives. But it would be really cool to see. And wow, my frame rates! My beautiful... What the hell? Wow, do these things drain mana? I think they drain mana. Ugh. God. They could have definitely done without that. Yeah, they drain mana. That would explain why I was having problems. It's like, put my force field up. Oh, wait, it's not casting. No, you're not supposed to still be subscribed. The problem is Twitch's subscription system is goddamn terrible. If you unsubbed 3 months ago, you shouldn't still have chat rights. But there's nothing I can do about that. Twitch can't track their sodding subscriptions properly. Fight, fight, fight. These netherlings are stupidly irritating. Like, well, I've got to finally start using my mana potions, I suppose. Let's get my heal bot back up. Also, those things really tank your frame rate. There's so many of them. How about I just beat the shit out of you? That could be arranged. Get back here, you coward. I need some bash or something. Some stun in this build would be great. Yeah! So much damage. Am I going to get charged to 4? I am. Is this fully charged? I'm about to be at 5. Wow. What does that do? A pistol. Wonderful. Not really. Might as well start using charge because it decays over time. Those who don't know, I'm playing a dual-wield engineer, which is a weird build, but I feel that it works rather well. Golden gear. Golden chest. And another chest. Unidentified pistol.
My pack is full.
Yes, it is. My god, is it full of crap. Bad. Bad, 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 bad. Keep that. Nope. I have to wonder if that's even as good. Mine has a lot of knockback on it. Yeah, my slamming steel ball cannon is actually still better than... I don't know, though. The damage. Yeah. I was just looking at the damage like, actually, maybe not. It's pretty difficult to argue with that damage. 7% damage boost while dual wielding. That's quite nice. But it's still not as good as either of the items that I have. Juniper Zill does less damage, but it also has silence and eviscerate and bleeding. Lots of bleeding. Alright, pet, off you go.
Your pet has departed.
Pet system is just genius. I won't be streaming for a long time tonight, I don't think. I'll be going to bed fairly soon, but... Oh, I also saw Judge Dredd today, by the way. And it is awesome! Fuck yeah! It's like one... Oh, another region item. Ugh. Ooh. That is interesting. That has more knockback than my current one. Yeah, I'm all over that. Yeah, so Dread 3D is awesome. It is one of the best comic book adaptations I've ever seen, and it's significantly better than... Is it knockback? What's the knockback on that? That's got like 100 knockback on it. That's ridiculous. There you go, you can have that one. Look at this thing. That's a heavy bolter. It's not a cannon, that's a heavy fucking bolter. Yes, I am Wolverine. Anyway, that is a movie. It's really, really good. It's not a remake. Like it's not a remake. Don't even consider the original. Fuck that. It's a completely different plot. It's not a remake. It's just a good Judge Dredd story. The funny thing is that like the story isn't even that great. It's just a good Judge Dredd story. Needs to make 50 million. Yeah, it's making 50 million in the US. That is going to happen. Carl Urban is brilliant as Judge Dredd. He never takes his helmet off, ever. Like, there's no crap where you actually get your, I suppose, your suspension of disbelief taken away because, like, oh, look, it's Sylvester Stallone. No, he never takes his hat off, ever. In any point in the entire movie. It's basically Carl Urban's chin. And that's great. It's really great. It also allows for, you know, Judge Dredd has no character development in the entire movie, because why would you need to develop a character like that? They don't even bother to introduce you to him. It's like, that's the great thing, there's no introductory crap with him. It's just, this guy's Judge Dredd. You expected to know who he is, you expected to know what he's going to do, and then he goes and does it. And then there's this new character who you don't perhaps know, and yeah, she's got character development, but it focuses essentially on 3 characters the entire movie, and it works really well. It is a great movie. It is genuinely great. The 3D is really quite good. It's understated in many parts, which is what I like. You know, I really hate overstated 3D. It's like, oh, shit's flying at the screen again. No, that's boring. I like subtle 3D, and Judge Dredd 3D has that. What else? Like, the slow-mo effect is the best I've seen since The Matrix. And there's one combat scene where it's used, and oh my god, it is great! Best use of bullet time I've seen in ages. It's wonderful. And the plot's nothing to write home about, but it's cool nonetheless. And the main villain is great too. Yeah, she's actually an awesome character. Big fan of her. Genuinely believable female villain, and it works out really well. So, yeah, huge praise for Dredd. It's great. I think the fact that it isn't anything special is the best thing about it, because I wasn't really looking for something special. I was looking for a good Judge Dredd story, and Hollywood has actually given us that. It is a good Judge Dredd story. It's just like a really good comic brought to life. But yeah, I've got so much respect for Carl Urban. I mean, after what he did with McCoy in Star Trek, which was the highlight of that movie to me, yeah, he is the man. He has so much respect for his parts. And he plays them so well. He channels like no one's business. Like, channeling DeForest Kelley the way that he did is just insanity. But he does it with Judge Dredd as well, you know. The attitude is there. Well, you know, there's a couple of laugh moments, but there's no slapstick in Judge Dredd. Whereas there was loads of stupid crap, the whole double whammy crap that was in. Yeah, this is just a much better film than the original Judge Dredd. It just blows it out of the water. Love it. I love it. Even the missus enjoyed it, which I wasn't necessarily expecting. She's not really into the same movies as I am. But yeah, she actually thought it was great. Carl Urban did a really good job. Yeah, and apparently it only cost $40 million to make, which surprises the hell out of me, considering how good the effects are. Great movie. Well worth it. You should see it. And it's R-rated as well. It's an R-rated comic book adaptation. That's not very common. See it. For fuck's sake, support that movie. It would be nice, I think, for people to show Hollywood, aside from the Avengers, of course, that a really good, nerdy comic book adaptation can actually do well and make them a bunch of money. Yeah, you shouldn't realize it either, because again, he doesn't take his helmet off at any point, so you shouldn't even realize what actor he is. That's the great thing. It's like who the actor is isn't relevant. All that matters is he's playing Judge Dredd, and he's playing him really well. That's the only important thing about him. There you go. Yeah, the R ratings used to good effect as well. There's some pretty gruesome stuff in it. And stuff just, like, explodes as well. Like, Dredd uses pretty much every ammunition type you could possibly imagine in his Lawgiver pistol, and, yeah, Incendiary is brutal to watch. It really is. And, like, people just pop when they get shot by that thing. I had any complaint about it, I'd say that it's probably just a little bit too predictable. But I wasn't really expecting plot twists in a Judge Dredd movie, and honestly, I don't want them. I don't care. That's not what I was there for. I wasn't for an intricate plot. I was just there for some great action and faithfulness to the franchise, and I got it. I really got it. So surprising. It's pleasantly surprising. Oh wow, Urban is in the new Riddick movie. Wait, there's a new Riddick movie? That's even better news. Riddick's fantastic. Chronicles of Riddick was a great movie, as was Pitch Black, I might add. Oh yeah, new Riddick. Damn right. Riddick's such a great character. Also, I saw the trailer for a new Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. What the hell year is this? It looked alright. It really did. Like, it's interesting that he makes so many jokes about being old and stuff like that. It's like, come on, guy, don't do that. Bruce Willis doesn't do that. Bruce Willis doesn't give a fuck. Don't make jokes about that. Don't bring attention to the fact that you're old. That's fine, you can still kick ass when you're old. As I might add. Oh god, what the hell's his name? I have completely forgotten his name, and that makes me a bad person. I'm really bad with names. Oh god, who is he? Who is he? The guy who plays the butler, of course, in Batman. Who's the actor? Why, I really should know this. It's terrible that I don't. I've just completely forgotten his name. It's gone completely out of my head. Come on. You will die eventually. Trust me, I have too much tanking ability and too much healing. Michael Caine, of course. I'm such a dumbass. Yeah, Michael Caine.
My pack is full.
Oh, God. You're gonna have to go back to town again, I'm afraid. Yeah, Michael Caine in Harry Brown kicks ass. Alright, there we go. Still keeping the formal Regent in the hope that I actually... Hang on, did I sell my Regent gloves? Bollocks. No. That's not that important. I'm not... You know, I was enthusiastic about Taken 2 until the trailer ruined the entire plot for me. Why the fuck is that happening lately? You know, I tell you what, Disney does a way better job of trailers than these guys do. The guys who did the trailer for Taken 2 are actually incredibly stupid, just because they completely ruined the plot in the process. There can't be that many great twists in it. I've already seen most of the twists in it. Whereas I saw the trailer for Oz, the Great and Powerful, and that ruins nothing. That's the best thing about it. It's just like, hey, it sets up a really cool movie and doesn't spoil a single part of the plot. Excellent. And then you've got Taken 2, where the entire plot is laid out in front of you. Pretty much every twist is telegraphed from a mile away. And yes, there is going to be another Star Trek. And here's hoping they have less lens flare and blue fucking lights this time. Also, we can do with less slapstick, thank you very much. That is not required. Here's hoping they will put a bit more technobabble in it. And... ah, crap. Keep up with what the series is good for. This is an interesting design. It's way more interesting than the previous ones. Actually, this giant-ass long corridor, the way they've generated it. That's good. The last one actually had a really annoying section where I had to run all the way around the side and then all the way around the top bit. It was fairly annoying. Yes, Iron Man 3 is on its way too. As regards to RoboCop, well, I don't... You know, RoboCop was actually not a great movie. I just want to point this out. I watched RoboCop a couple of days ago again in a fit of nostalgia, and it's okay, and it has some of the really awesome tropes that I enjoy from late 80s, early 90s action movies, but it's still not a very good movie, and honestly, RoboCop 2 and 3, well, 3 is fucking horrendous. It's like, save the children in my jetpack. 2's okay, but... you know, the new suit looks okay. The original one looked kind of goofy anyway. I think maybe they could put a bit more armor plating on him, but... yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I mean, again, RoboCop is not exactly, in my opinion, a venerable franchise. It's mostly terrible. I'd imagine RoboCop was based on Dredd. The helmet looks virtually fucking identical. But Dredd is awesome. And well played by Carl Urban. He is rapidly becoming my favorite actor for not screwing up franchises that I like. It's like I would say, hey, Ryan Reynolds did a great job, but then again, if you watch The Green Lantern, it's actually a terrible movie, so maybe not. Are you dead yet? Are you dead yet? He's almost dead. Tentacles from the face. Yeah, as someone accurately pointed out, he's wearing carbon fiber armor now. It's like, yeah, put some fucking metal on him. He does look like he's made of plastic. I'm a little concerned as a result, but we'll see. Stairs down. Alright. Oh, let's just check if there's anything over here first. This dungeon is stupidly annoying because of those mana draining bosses. Or just general mobs everywhere. It's tough as well. They hit you pretty hard. Alright. Are we going to get the second level of this? Or are we going to get the... I guess we're on the second level of this. God! Even a single guy wrecks me in here. This is the final dungeon before Act 2, so... it's been nice as well, because that means I'll have 2 characters on Act 2. I've got the one that I play with the missus, and then I've got this one, which is my soloing character. This mana drain is getting a little irritating. I'm not sure how well this character will do against the final boss in this area. One thing I've got to say about the Torchlight 2 is that the storyline fucking sucks. If you're looking for story, then you're not going to find it here. That's fine. I wasn't looking for story, as it turns out. A little bit of frame drop in that area. Oh, God! How did I survive that? So much crap everywhere. There's a flame hammer. And some horrendous and completely unforgiving AoE. I've just realized I've been doing this entire area without a heal bot. That would explain why I am taking more damage than I thought I should be. Oh my god, I should not have stood in that. At least this pops me down here rather than having to go through everything again. Oh, a champion monster. Great. He's down there. Alright. You want to fight? I can give you a fight. Get my heal bot out. Shields up. Sure, everything goes splat. Oh, Christ! I am draining gold hard here. Oh, great. I've got a champion right on top of me. That's wonderful. This is not funny. Ah! This is Act 1. I just want to point this out. Act 1. Welcome to difficulty. Diablo 3 fans be very, very scared. Oh. I got my heal put back out. Alright, let's at least try and drag him away from the rest of the packs. Oh, the last thing I needed was you. I really should just try and avoid that. The big swing is the one that really does a lot of damage. And the regular swing's okay. There we go. Excellent. Ugh. I just want to take the boss out and then I'll round up today. It's a two-hander, not so interested in that. Secret rooms. Is filled with nether beasts. Just what I wanted from my secret room. Oh god! Jesus, why? I tell you. But you think you've got the game mastered and then it throws this at you. And horrendous things happen to you as a result. It's a ridiculous knockback going on here as well. There you go. Is my heal bot up? It is. Okay. More shields. I definitely need to get that Aegis proc. Oh god. More? No, not more packs. Come on. Really? This is just not even reasonable. Charge weapons. Well, let's get up to level 3 charge and then pop the shield. Come on. Okay, level 3 charge, shield is up. That should take a few hits. There we go. I'm kind of stabilized now that I've got the health regen constantly ticking over and the shield's going up. That's the kind of state of being that you need to reach with this build in order to actually stay alive. It's just getting to that point where you're snowballing so hard that they can't do enough damage to you. Ching, ching, ching. As I did get my airsoft weapon today, and it is great. Such a nice gun. It's good as well because it kind of has the exact... It's not the exact weight, but it's very close to the weight of an actual G36. It's also made out of the same material because that's a gun made out of polymer with internal metal parts. That's exactly what my airsoft is. Fires at 410 feet per second. It has an integrated 4x magnifying scope, which, as it turns out, is actually a very good scope. Can also be adjusted for different zoom ranges. And it does damage. I fired this thing at probably a good... I'm not really sure how... My gun's pretty big. It's probably like, I'd say a good 50, 60 feet. Fired it about 60 feet away from my fence, and it was putting dents in the fence, so it's pretty nice. I've set up I've got a couple of targets which actually will just suck BBs in. They stick to the target, and yeah, it's fun. Looking forward to doing a bit of airsoft. I'll have to use some heavier BBs if I want to compete, because I think anything more than 330 and they won't let you on the field, but that's counted by putting heavier BBs in your gun, so it's fun. I've actually wanted to be in airsoft for a very long time. When I was a lot younger, when I was a teenager, a friend of mine was big into airsoft and he had all sorts of good stuff. So I've been interested in airsoft since then. cool to be able to do it now. There's not much to say about the game, which is why I'm talking about random shit. That is essentially what a live stream is all about. I'll mention something when it's pertinent, but more often than not, it's not pertinent. It's just a case of kill all the monsters, get all the loot, hopefully get some good drops from the final boss. Which I should be out very soon, I would think. One of these urns is probably a... Onto this bridge. Looks like we're getting quite close. This is a bit of a messy dungeon. I was asking if I'm still in a 40k. Nah, I'm not. I'd have the time. It takes too much time to paint and crap like that, so... No, I don't play 40k. There's not a lot of people to play with around here anyway. Paintball's pretty good too. The cool thing about airsoft is you can actually play with it in your backyard, whereas you really can't do that with paintball. Paintball makes a horrible fucking mess, whereas airsoft doesn't. Admittedly, paintball is a more competitive sport, I suppose, because you can tell that you've actually been hit. Whereas in airsoft, it's pretty much an honor system. You've got to call your hits. And if you don't do that, and every now and again there are douchebags that don't, then it ruins the entire thing for everybody. But if they do that, then you just shoot them more, because airsoft hurts like a bastard. So does paintball, admittedly, but airsoft you can fire a fuckload faster. It's like, oh, you suddenly got 20 BBs in your arse at 400 feet per second. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. So don't be an asshole and call your hits. I think there's some fairly good places in North Carolina to do it. I think one of the best places actually in Scotland. The fort is supposedly really fun. But yeah, again, paintball's kind of limited. The thing I like about airsoft as well is that they really do go for authenticity and replicas and stuff, whereas paintball isn't anything like that. Paintball guns do not look like real guns. Airsoft do. Like, they go out of their way to make them look that way. And that's kind of cool. It's nice because those are the kind of things you can display on the wall. Those guns are kind of works of art. Someone put a lot of effort into making a really good looking weapon. Just want to smash up the rest of this. Like, I've gone so far in this dungeon, I should really look for secrets here anyway. Before I do the boss. Yep, you should have welts. If it's hitting you hard enough, yeah, it's gonna leave a mark. That's how it works. Drop below to heal, but God knows I need it. Oh Christ! Why did I decide to do that? Oh God! Why on earth? Well, this is gonna. Oh, come on! This dungeon is fucking horrible. Got no mana! Ah! Didn't need that gold anyway. Sinking so much gold in this dungeon. I think I've lost about 7,000 gold so far. As a result of just dying in this dungeon alone. Ah! Ooh, hello. My oh my, what is all of this? What do we have here? Mighty Pioneer. Ooh, shit, that's good. Don't have the focus for it, annoyingly. Oh, what was this? The Skull of Cremone. It's ranged weapon damage, which is not so great. It's got a bleed on it, but it's not a really good bleed. 35 damage over 5 seconds is actually a pretty terrible number. Want to see my stat sheet? Yeah, I guess. That's my stat sheet, I think. Depends what you want to see, really. There's a lot of stats. 5 hours played on this character. 20 deaths in total, 155 potions used, 51,000 gold gathered. I have killed 3,000 monsters and blown up 404 of them. It's a great stats page. Strength 72, Vitality 76, and no focus on Dex or focus. There's no reason to focus on focus because my build relies on using 2 different kinds of weapons, so execute won't happen. And as regards to dexterity, well, it's crit chance, and really I'm about constant damage rather than spike damage, so it's not really all that important. Fucking hell. Give me mana, damn it. I don't want to burn all my potions before the boss, because I'll probably need them. But these guys are not giving me much of a choice. This guy has a smash attack, hurls glaives. Come on. There's a fucking maniac. Do I have anything I can give to my pet to help me out? Yeah, a webfish, I suppose. Alright, you can be a spider. That might help. This guy is just a nasty piece of work. He's got range, he's got smash, and he's got speed. He's almost down. There we go. What a git. That was a struggle. It really was. Let's try and clean out the rest of this area. There's plenty of gold, and God knows I need it to replace the gold that I lost in this dungeon. Around here? No, looks like that, as they say, is that. Alright, boss time. What's my potion count at? I think I chugged... Oh, God, it's bad. Okay, well, before I even start, you are going back to town, and you're going to go get me some shit. Big potions, please. I'll probably need about 20 for this fight. Knowing this fight, because it is a nightmare. Off you go. Well, I'm not going to start the fight yet, because I know that this guy is a difficult fight indeed. I think it took me about 15 minutes to kill him the last time. I shall take a brief commercial break, folks, if you do not mind. I'm trying to rest my voice, and then we'll fight him. Sweet. Pet's back. And oh, he used the profits to pay for the fucking potions. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, at least I've got enough health potions to take this guy on now. This guy is a pain in the ass. At least he was last time. I'm going to assume that he probably is this time too. Bring it. Get that charge rolling. Don't want to get too close because I get smacked by the tentacle if I do. Which is a real problem for a melee. Like Clash seem to be doing okay so far. I'm going to start summoning dudes in a minute and then it'll become a bit more of a problem. I wonder if I can get him further away from the tentacles. Come on. No, he's going to use ranged attacks if I do that, so I guess staying in melee range is the way to do it. So I'm just going to have to tank the tentacles. Honestly, I'm doing a reasonably good job of just tanking the damage he's putting at me. But that's about to change because he's throwing down. Shields up. Slice and dice. Oh, there's a slow somewhere. I don't know if it's the tentacles that are doing it, actually. It could be. Now's where things start to get hectic. Oh, Christ. Slowdown is really irritating. Standing that. So my pet's still a spider. Well, that's always good. It's the one blessing at the moment. This fight's exhausting. There's so much crap going on. It's fine. So many tentacles. Oh god! There we go. We're okay, we're okay. Some crap's being cleared out. Kind of damage that I actually take. Clear it out of the way. Alright, well, things are coming along quite nicely. I just need to make sure not to die to some of those big combos. And yeah, you're probably going to see some frame lag on this. This area is pretty intense on the everything. I say the game is not really that well optimized yet. It runs pretty well on a lot of systems, but there are some areas where the frame rate tanks in an unacceptable fashion, this being one of them. Ooh. Give me shields, give me shields. There we go. The pet took a bit of the damage from me for a little while. Oh, fuck, crying out loud. I'm losing frame rate here as well, which is really a bad thing indeed. The frame rate is just gradually disappearing. Makes fighting tricky. It's mostly because of the stream. It's not ideal, to say the least. Do I have another Anything I can give to him? Guess I can have that. Try and get rid of this crap. About to hit hard. Oh, wow, I didn't think it'd hit me that hard. Okay. Tory just doesn't stream this game very well, and Game Source doesn't even work with it, so there's only so much you can really do. Keep an eye on the health. It's ridiculous trying to clear all this crap out in the first place. Come on, Healbot. You can do better than that. Uh-oh, that's gonna hurt. Let's get out of the way. Yeah. As is that. Yeah, let's not get hit by that either. Oh god. So things start to get just a little bit overwhelming. Let's hope I don't run out of potions. Even with the amount of healing that I've got and shielding that I've got, this still hurts a lot. Okay. I was gonna say, did that hit me? It didn't look like it. Oh, right next to the tentacles, even better. It's a boss fight. Nothing easy about this. Uh-oh. Trapped. It's really gonna be a slam, isn't it? Yeah. Gotta clean out some of these bastards first before I really do anything. Sad thing is, they're barely taking any damage from that. It's gonna hurt. No, there we go. This is definitely gonna hurt. So much crap on the screen. I need more spider mines. Come on, kill him, kill him. Let's kind of thin the herd out of it. Anything that helps that. Drops better be good. Standing in the middle of that is unwise. crap comes your way. This frame rate is definitely not helping. Oh, fuck! Well, at least I'll be able to get right back into the fight with them. That is the one thing about Torchlight, they do let you do that. If it made you restart the entire fight again, it would be nightmarish. It's already pretty bad as it is! What the hell? Look at this crap. I'm just dropping frames all over the place. Just pause for a second. Just trying to give DX Story at least a chance to catch up. It's gonna... Why did I stand in it? Who knows? Getting caught in a corner like this is not helpful. Oh, they're back with the bloody tentacles. At least they have some space. Come on. Right, that's you down. Next one. Ugh. I don't have my heal blood out. That will be why. Ah! Attack. I'm trying to hold down the attack button and it's not doing it. Why did I stand in the fucking ground stomp? Stood in the ground stomp again. I'm getting very tired. That's probably why. Not paying any damn attention. Definitely not the best way to play any game like this. And also the reason I never play hardcore. Oh god, he's gonna do something unpleasant, isn't he? It's pretty much him 100% of the time. The frame rate, come on! This fucking Torchlight should not be tanking like this. I'm just gonna turn this off for a second. It's like 30 frames per second in this area. It's fucking horrendous. They need to optimize this area much better than it is. There's no way in a million years a system like this should be this slow. It's almost like there's a memory leak or something. It's fucking hard to do this fight with no goddamn frame rate. And I sat in it again. The number of potions and the amount of cash that I've had to spend to get through this. Fuck this frame rate though. It is a joke. A horrible joke. Come off it. It's also half the reason I'm taking so much damage is I can't respawn properly. Fuck. 4 deaths so far, and you know, I had about 20k before I went into this. Now I have 8. So much money. I think there's a way around it if you just use the waypoint system, but I have a feeling that I'll probably reset the encounter if I do that. very surprised if it actually maintained it. Finally, yes. Stupid bastard. God, that fight is a nightmare. Such a nightmare. Plenty of boots. They suck. Actually, I don't know if they do suck, because it's not ability to use fire damage. Doesn't stay it. Yeah, probably doesn't. Well, I was definitely hoping for better drops than that, but it happens. It's not that great. Get rid of the formal region stuff now. I also need to store these gems in my pack, well, in my stash. Yep, Regent Adrian's sash, as always, is very much a caster-orientated item. This area actually just sucks frame rate, and it's actually ridiculous. Give me a sec. There we go. Thank you. Probably nothing decent in the boss chest, there rarely ever is. Regent Cassock, which is pretty useless. Yep, sounds about right. Oh well, there you go. That's the end of Act 1 with that particular build. Easy enough to still struggle with it, though.
I don't know if the alchemist understands that Ordrak's heart is wreaking such havoc, or if he just doesn't care.
Shield on shield.
There's still a chance to stop him one way or another before it's too late. I'm commandeering a transport.
There we go. Alright, I'm going to bed, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry for the frame drops. Unfortunately, it seems to be a mixture of XSplit fucking up and optimization issues with Torchlight 2, but hey, it happens. I shall see you next time.